So I want to tell you a story. Now, take in mind this story isn't meant to be taken literally. It's purely metaphorical. So, I was traveling across the world, and I happened upon a town where there were people on a path through the town, and the path split into two ways. One way was a dark and gloomy forest, where the sun never shined. The left side, the other way, was a bright and sunny field, where the sun always shined. Now, the dark and gloomy forest led to a place where there was no comfort. The bright and sunny field led to a place where there was all the comfort in the world. At least that's how it seemed from the outside. Everybody warned me not to go to the dark and gloomy forest. But I took the right path anyways. And I went to the dark and gloomy forest. I went deep inside, as deep as you can possibly go. Despite how bad of an idea it seemed, I even went off the path. And I went even deeper. I went straight into the heart of the forest. And within that forest, I found a giant beast, a great monster. It was wailing and screaming and roaring. But I noticed that there were tears falling from his eyes. Even though he seemed scary, he was bawling his eyes out. He was crying as hard as he possibly could. And it was subtle, but I heard the words "help" escape his lips. And so I approached him and I embraced him. I told him everything would be all right. Then suddenly, trees burst into fire. That dark and gloomy forest became the bright and sunny field. And the beast, the thing that I once saw was a monster, turned into a beautiful, bright, shining star. And it went inside of my heart. And then I found so much more comfort than anyone who had taken the left path would have ever found down the left path. And I looked. I came to the edge of where the forest used to be. There was a mountain overlooking the bright and sunny field. And I saw the city where everybody found their comforts. And it was standing tall and proud. But on the other side of it, there was this great, big, dark chasm. And slowly, the edge of the city was crumbling into the chasm. And it was happening slowly, but it was surely that the whole city would fall into it one day. And all the people would disappear into its depths. But the people were too blinded by all of their ways, their comforts, and their way of thinking, and their ideas of how this is how it should be. They were so blinded by it that they couldn't see the city falling into the chasm. They didn't recognize it. And this is basically a story about the internal struggle we all face. How we can avoid our problems that are within ourselves all we want. We can avoid the things that we think are the beasts that are inside of us all we want. We can avoid our negative emotions, the darkness within ourselves, all we want. But in the end, all it's ever going to do for us is lead us to a place where we're forced to face the same darkness in the end. And it's going to be a lot less pretty if we don't just make the choice ourselves. Anyways, blessed be everybody. Have a beautiful day. Love you all. Peace.